Hey guys, welcome back to PlotsVoice. Another Buzzman story for you tonight in another installment in the vlog. So let's see what funny stuff he's got to tell us tonight. Let's do it. Hey guys, welcome back to PlotsVoice. So, got a Buzzman vlog as I was saying earlier, and so I think you guys are really going to enjoy this. It's really funny. So, hope you guys have some great laughs. Leave us some feedback. Let us know what you think. Otherwise, I'm going to turn it over to him. The other thing I want to tell you guys is love you guys. Thank you so much for watching us so much. We like it, and we're so happy that you do, and that you guys are having a good time with us, as well as I hope you guys are having a great day and a great life. I'll see you guys here again next week for another edition of PlotsVoice.
Hey guys, Buzzman here, and of course Penny Lane. Got another story for you today. This one is back in my early childhood. This one involves me and basically things that went on between me and my sister. She's about 4 years younger than me, and we're like early young kids. So I think this is like, I'm probably 8 or 9-ish or so, like that. So that makes her like 4 or 5 or something like that. We're gonna go with that range, somewhere in that. So anyway, and there was a show on. This is back in the early 70s, I think it is, something like that. So there's a show on called KungFu. And for those people that don't know what I'm talking about, because you may long since weren't born in that time, this thing had David Carradine on this. What triggers this memory is if you ever saw Kill Bill 1 and Kill Bill 2, it has David Carradine on as Bill, and it has Uma Thurman on there. Well, long before David Carradine was in this, he was in this show early in his career called, he was Kung Fu in there. And what the show was about is he was a Shaolin priest. They found him as a little kid, and he went into the Shaolin temple, and they taught him how to defend himself. And he eventually as he grew up, he learned how to all these different techniques and stuff, and learned how to defend himself. And he learned how to use this stuff, but only for defense, only for defense. And then when he mastered his techniques, he got these imprints. They had these markers, these things that they put in hot coals. And when you learned how to do everything, then they stamped your arm, they pulled the hot coals, and it's like on one arm and on the other, and it burned, and he's like, and then they opened it up, and he went out of the temple, and he put his arms in the snow, and you could hear it sizzling as it cooled down, and off in the world he went. And he ended up going to America, and it was back in the Old West, and he kind of went through and tried to help people and that sort of stuff and live his life. So, you know, me, I'm an impressionable little kid, and I'm thinking, man, I want to be like Kung Fu. We're going to pause that Kung Fu story and come back to this, because my sister, who's really, really smart back then, but very, very curious, and she always wanted to figure out how different things work. So we're going to get back to the Kung Fu story. So she would do different things to me, and she was my sister, right? And when she was a little kid, when she first started to talk, she would only talk to me. My mom tells me this. I don't even remember this, but she would only talk to me, and I would go and then say what she would say. So I always say, like, if she wants something to drink, I'd say, hey, the baby wants this, or the baby's hungry, and blah, blah, blah. And this went on for a year or two, where she would only talk to me, and I would tell them what she wanted. So we had a pretty tight bond. So it started way back then. So I trusted her, you know, to never do any harm to me, because, you know, I would always look out for her, and I assumed she would look out for me. And I think she did, but she was curious. And at that age, you know, you don't really think about ramifications of what things will do. So now we get to the story. So the first incident is apparently she noticed that if you touch this lamp, this one lamp in the living room, it would shock the crap out of you. My dad noticed it, so he put this little note on the lamp. Don't try to turn on the lamp, because it will shock you, right? And my sister saw this. Well, smart as she is, she took the note off the lamp, and then she was sitting there reading a little book. And I come in, and she says, hey, would you turn the lamp on for me? And I'm like, oh, sure. So I go and reach to turn the lamp on, and as I turn it, this shock zaps my arm. And I was like, oh! I mean, my whole arm goes numb and stuff. And I was like, oh! And she's like, oh, she's like trying, she's like, oh, are you okay? But she's like, oh, dying, laughing, trying not to. But she's trying to pretend like, you know, she had no idea what was going to happen. I'm like, are you okay? She's like, I was just, are you okay? I go, I think so. I go, my whole arm is numb. So every time I turn away, she like ball up. And I think she's balling up crying because she's worried about me. No, she's balling up dying in laughter because I got this huge shock down my arm. And I'm like, and I'm telling her, no, don't worry. I feel it. It's getting better. I think I'll be okay. She only told me this years later that she wasn't crying, balling up crying. She's balling up dying because she was laughing so hard. So I was like, oh, finally I got the circulation back. And I was like, oh man, I got to tell Dad about this. And he came home later and I said, hey Dad, there's a lamp in the living room you got to watch out for because I went to turn it on and I got a shock. And he goes, what? I go, yeah. He goes, I know about that. I go, I put a note on that. I go, really? He goes, yeah. He goes in there. I'm like, I wonder what happened to that note. He goes, I don't know. And at that point, I kind of look at my sister, and she got this funny look on her face, but at that time, it didn't register to me. Only later on, come to find out she took the note off. Huh. So, later on, I go in the kitchen, and she's got the toaster out, and she's like, hey, Buzz. And I'm like, what? Can you do something? I go, yeah, what? She goes, I got this little, she's got a little notepad stuff. I got this little experiment going on. I go, oh, well, what do you need? She goes, okay, I need you to grab a knife and a fork. I'm like, okay. And she goes, I need you to, and our stove had this little metal band that went around the edge, you know, between the counter and the stove. It was a metal stove. And I'm like, okay. So she goes, I need you to hold the knife in one hand and touch the edge of the stove and use the other and touch the toaster. I'm like, really? She goes, yeah. I go, what's going to happen? She goes, I'm not sure. I guess I want to see what happens. So, of course, being dumb me and trusting her, I touch this, and this current shoots in. Of course, I'm like, ah! My arms are all tingling. I'm like, ah! Oh, my God. And she's like, oh, that's interesting. And jots in a little notebook. But, you know, her eyes are all kind of scrunched up. I'm like, did you know that was happening? She goes, no, I had no idea. I'm just trying different things and stuff. I'm like, are you sure? She goes, I had no idea that was going to happen. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, okay, I got to go lay down. My arms, they're all numb. I go walking away. And apparently, again, she knew what was going to happen because she accidentally bumped it and it shocked her. So she's in the kitchen dying again. She said as soon as I left her on the corner, she fell on the floor. She was howling, but she had to cover her mouth so that I wouldn't hear this. And later on, she told me, okay, years later, I'm thinking, you little stinker. So the next time around, which is the final thing, she's like, hey, can you do something? I go, sure. She goes, she's got a little notepad again. She goes, here. She hands me this bobby pin. I go, she goes, what? I go, what do you need me to do? She goes, can you stick that into the light socket? And you guys are all like, what? I go, and I'm thinking too. I go, yeah, I guess. Why? What? She goes, I got to see what happens. I go, is this an experiment again? She goes, yeah. So I'm just getting ready to shove this in the light socket. Fortunately, my mom comes around the corner. And she's like, ah! And I'm like, what? What? She goes, what are you doing? I go, Pam told me to stick this in the light socket because it's an experiment. I need to see what happens. She goes, oh my God, no, stop. And I stop. She goes, give me that light. Give me that. And I go, she takes it from me. She goes, sit right there in the chair. I go, okay. She takes my sister. She tells me, she goes, what else has she had you do? And I told her, you know, she had me, I turned on the light and I got shot and the toaster thing and then the bobby pin. And my mom just gets this look on her I've never seen before. And she grabs my sister and she takes her off to the bedroom. And I hear my mom yelling. And I'm like, holy cow. And all of a sudden I hear my sister start crying and bawling. I'm thinking, oh my gosh, my mom's whipping her butt, man. I'm like, why is she whipping her butt, man? And I'm like, oh my God, my mom's beating the hell out of her. So then my mom comes out and she sits me down and she goes, do you know what would have happened if you stuck that bobby pin in the thing? I go, I have no idea. She goes, it would have killed you. I'm like, what? I go, what do you mean it would have killed me, Mom? She goes, that's a plug, right? She goes, yeah, you know, if you vacuum and stuff, you plug stuff in, and it completes the circuit and you vacuum, right? I go, yeah. It runs a toaster, yeah, and all those things. That's a circuit. That's a 120-volt circuit. So had you held onto that bobby pin and plugged it in, you would have completed the circuit. And that circuit would have shot through your body, and it would have fried you and killed you. And I was like, what? I go, it would have killed me? She goes, it would have killed you had I not caught you. And I was like, oh my God, really? I go, did Pam know that? She goes, no, I don't think she knew that. You know how curious she is about stuff. I don't think she had any idea. I go, I don't think she wanted to try and kill you. She just was curious. I'm like, I had to sit down. I'm like, so had you not come around that corner, I would be dead now, huh? She goes, yeah. And she goes, and had that happened, knowing her, she probably would have tried to grab you to save you, and it would have completed a circuit with her and killed her too. I was like, oh my God, really? She goes, yes. So I need you to promise me, if she ever comes up with any harebrained idea that she wants you to try from now on, you got to run it by me first. And let me know, and let me figure this out if this is okay before you guys do any of this crazy crap again. I'm like, so she was trying to kill me. I go, no. She goes, no. She wasn't trying to kill you. She was just curious how things work. You know, she's just like your father. Just that they got that kind of brain where they always try to figure out how things work. You know, that's how their brain works. But she's a kid, so she doesn't really think about, like your dad would think about, all the different ramifications behind it. You guys are kids. You don't think about cause and effect of, if I do this, what could have happened. You just do stuff. She did that. She was thinking, well, this will be cool to see what happens. She didn't think about that. I go, oh, okay. So I went on back to my room, and it had to have been maybe half an hour or hour later. I'm just sitting there in my room. I think I was laying on the bed, and my door opens, and my sister comes running in, and she jumps on me, and she hugs me, and she is just bawling and crying and hugging me, and she just kept saying, and she's crying. It probably was 30 minutes before she finally stopped crying enough where she could say she was sorry. She said, I wasn't trying to kill you, Buzzy. I'm sorry. I tried. I just didn't know. And I got up and I was holding her and I was hugging her. I go, Mom told me you didn't know. And I was crying and I'm like, I know you didn't know. She goes, but I could have killed you. And I didn't want to kill you. And if I killed you, what would I do? What would I do about my brother? And I'm like, it's okay. It's okay. We're just never going to do anything crazy like that again. So eventually I got her calmed down, and I got calmed down because I was worked up, and nothing like that ever happened again. And so, obviously, the moral story, she wasn't trying to kill me, but she could have and would have. And that's that. Now, back to the Kung Fu story. Now, that was the end of it. We never did any crazy crap like that again. But now, back to the Kung Fu story to finish this out. So I'm all into this Kung Fu stuff. Ha, 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 ha. I'm thinking I'm all tough and stuff. So my sister is like making like little grilled cheeses. So maybe we're a little older than I think we were. So she's like making the little grilled cheeses on the thing. And now, you know, back then in the day, we had these kind of spatulas, not the nylon stuff. And we're cooking in the pan and stuff. And these things get pretty hot. Not like scalding hot, but pretty darn hot, right? So I'm tough, right? So I'm coming up to her and she's cooking. I'm like, you know what? I think I'm tough enough I could take this. Just like Kung Fu. I go, I think I could take this. And she's like, what are you talking about? So she goes, yeah, I think if you put that thing on my arm, I could take it. She goes, no way. I go, yeah. I'm like, yeah, I could take it. Go ahead. She's like, no, this thing's hot. I go, yeah, I could do it. So she goes, all right. So she takes it. So she puts one of her cheese things and she flips it over and she pulls it out. She goes, you sure? I go, I'm sure. So she takes this and she puts it on my arm. And I'm like, for about 3-4 seconds, I'm like, cool. And then I'm like, okay, it's hot. Take it off. And she's like, no, you said you could take it. I'm like, no, okay, take it off. And like, no, take it off. And what does she do instead of take it off? She takes it and pushes my arm on the counter now, right? So my arm is stuck on the counter. I'm like, ow. Oh my God, take it off. Take it off. Now she's leaning her weight on like this, pushing it. I'm like, take it off, take it off, take it off. I'm trying to pull her to get it off. Now she's got all her weight. I'm like, take it off, take it off. I finally get her pushed off. I'm like, I run over to the sink. I'm pouring cold water on there. I'm like, give me something frozen out of the freezer. I got drooling and spitting. It hurts so bad. So she gives me like some peas. I put peas on there. I'm looking. Fortunately, it wasn't so hot. It left a mark. It was like kind of red, but I put peas on there. I get a pellet that's going. I get some a bag, put some ice in it, and I put it on there. And I'm sitting there, oh, it hurts so bad. Oh. And she just looks at me and she goes, I thought you were tough, Kung Fu. And she just walks away. And I'm like, oh, you little stinker, man. Oh. And I never tried to do any Kung Fu stuff again after that. That was the end of my Kung Fu era. I still enjoyed the show, but I no longer thought I could be Kung Fu and try anything. And that is the end of my Kung Fu story. And I hope you enjoy it. Have a good day. Buzzman, signing off.